Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development Greg So says the government is ready to face a judicial review of the decision to reject Hong Kong Television Network's bid for a free-to-air TV license. So says there was nothing to fear as the Chief Executive in Council had abided by the procedural fairness principle all along. Meanwhile, in Beijing, Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying said he did not discuss the issue with central government leaders today. Joao da Silva reports.
The government is prepared to have its decision to reject HKTV's application for a free-to-air television license analysed by the courts. That's the assessment of the Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development after the chairman of HKTV, Ricky Wong, confirmed yesterday that his company is seeking judicial review. Gregory So says the Department of Justice will support the government in handling court proceedings. He also rejected Wong's accusation that the government had changed the rules of the game halfway through the application process.
It is very clear in the guideline we have already listed the criteria, and in making the comparative competitiveness of individual applicants, these criteria has been reviewed to the applicants and they have been given an opportunity to make representation on these criteria, which has been very clear.
In accusing the government of changing the rules, Ricky Wong said only in May did he receive a letter saying that not all applicants would be granted licenses. According to a 1998 LegCo brief on the review of television policy under what was then the new technology neutral licensing regime, there would be no limit on the number of domestic free licenses to be issued. Applications for license transmitted through other technically feasible means, the document said, would be considered. But according to the government's guidance notes for application for domestic free TV program service issued in 2002, the Chief Executive in Council is not bound by the notes when considering applications, nor would he be responsible for any claims, losses, demands, expenses which applicants may be liable for. The guide also said that the criteria for application may be changed depending on circumstances. The final decision rests with the Chief Executive in Council, and he is not obliged to give any explanation as to why an application has not been approved. And it is precisely a lack of explanations that is triggering discontent among legislators and beyond. Liberal Party legislator James Tian said he will reach out to legislators in the pan-democratic camp after failing this afternoon to get pro-establishment legislators to sign a letter addressed to the Chief Executive demanding that HKTV be granted a license. Tian also joined others in saying he doesn't exclude the possibility of using LegCo's Power and Privileges Ordinance to investigate the matter.
HKTV dismissed 320 of its workers as a result of the government's rejection of its bid for a free-to-air TV license. Dozens of them remain here, camped outside the central government offices since Sunday, waiting to learn the reasons why their company was deemed unfit for the free television market. Meanwhile, Cardinal Joseph Zhang, too, has weighed into the controversy. The former head of Hong Kong's Catholic diocese said the reasons behind the decision to grant only 2 licenses should not be kept from the public. Joao da Silva, TVB News.